What is the dark truth about Sigma males that society refuses to acknowledge? The dark truth about Sigmas isn't a myth. It's a visceral, unspoken tension simmering beneath the lone wolf persona romanticized across TikTok edits and YouTube essays. For every viral clip celebrating their stoic independence or unbothered aura, there's a raw, unscripted struggle buried in the silence, a reality far more fragile and human than the algorithm days to show. This isn't about curated reels or alpha-beta hierarchies repackaged for clicks. This is about the cost of existing outside the herd, the isolation, the misunderstood intentions, the quiet toll of a life spent dodging scripts written by others. Society idolizes Sigmas as untouchable rebels, until their authenticity disrupts the status quo. What happens when the mystique fades? The paradox cuts deep. The very traits that define them, relentless autonomy, razor-sharp discernment, a refusal to perform, become the chains that bind them. While crowds chase validation, Sigmas wage wars in the shadows, battles against alienation, the weight of hyper-awareness, and the suffocating irony of being both admired and resented for the same qualities. Jordan Peterson wasn't wrong. The world claims to revere independence, but punishes those who embody it too boldly. For Sigmas, this isn't theory. It's the ache of choosing truth over tribalism, even when the world retaliates with silence or scorn. This isn't a hero's journey. There's no Sigma grind set trophy at the finish line. The dark truth? Freedom has a tax. Every step off the beaten path means trading comfort for clarity, connection for sovereignty. Sigmas don't just reject small talk. They dissect the unspoken rules others blindly follow, carrying the burden of seeing too much in a world that prefers delusion. And that refusal to wear a mask? It doesn't earn applause. It invites distrust. A lone wolf threatens the pack, not because it's vicious, but because its existence questions the pack's purpose. We're not here to victimize or vilify. This is about dismantling the fantasy to expose the friction. The dark truth isn't edgy propaganda. It's a mirror held up to society's hypocrisy, and a reckoning for anyone who's ever romanticized a lone wolf life. Because this isn't just about Sigmas. It's about you, the quiet observer, the skeptic, the one who's tasted the loneliness of thinking for yourself in a world that profits on your conformity. So let's cut through the hype. No tropes, no glamour, just a grit of what it means to live untethered in a world that equates belonging with surrender. This is a real conversation about Sigmas you won't find in the comment section. Stick with us at Sigma Male Community as we unpack this, step by step, and shine a light on the truths too inconvenient to stay buried. 1. The exhaustion of fake social interaction. Imagine drowning in a theater of painted grins and scripted laughter, where every interaction is performance staged for an audience of strangers. For the Sigma, this isn't just small talk, it's psychological warfare. You're not merely watching the charade. You're knee-deep in its choreography, surrounded by actors swapping hollow compliments like currency. The authenticity strain isn't metaphorical. It's visceral. Each forced nod, each rehearsed "how's the weather" scrapes against your instinct like sandpaper. You crave conversations that crack bones and spill marrow, but you're handed platitudes wrapped in cellophane. The clock slows. The air thins. And the worst part? You don't hate the players. You hate the game, a game where your refusal to perform marks you as a villain who sees behind the curtain. 2. Being right too often destroys relationships. You're Cassandra in a world of skeptics, blessed with clarity, cursed by its consequences. Your mind maps disasters before they bloom. The doomed relationship, the financial crash, the betrayal veiled in smiles. You speak, they marvel until they don't. Your girlfriend calls you cold. Your friend ghosts you after your warnings bruises ego. Truth becomes a grenade, and suddenly you're the problem. They don't want a sage, they want a cheerleader. So you swallow your "I told you so's" and watch the carnage unfold, collateral damage of a world that prefers delusion to uncomfortable truths. 3. When being smart feels like a punishment. Your brain isn't a tool, it's a trap. While others skim life's surface, you're dragged into its undertow, dissecting subtext in a joke, unraveling motives in a headline. Ignorance isn't bliss, it's a luxury you can't afford. Every conversation is a chess match, every silence a code to crack. You envy those who laugh without analyzing the punchline, who love without auditing the cost. Your intelligence, it's a searchlight in a world that thrives in shadows, exhausting, isolating, and utterly inescapable. 4. Independence makes you a target. You walk alone, not as a choice, but as a reflex, a wolf allergic to the herd. Yet the pack smells your autonomy like blood. Your solitude unnerves them. Your silence, a threat. They prod, why so distant, as if your existence critiques theirs. Society glorifies self-reliance until you live it, then brands you a rogue. Your strength mirrors their fragility, your calm exposes their chaos. Independence isn't rebellion, it's survival. But in a world addicted to conformity, survival looks like defiance. If these words hit home, you're not just scrolling, you're staring into a reflection of your own fight. Whether you're a Sigma carving your path or someone peering into this world, curious and captivated, this channel's for you. You felt the drain of fake smiles, the sting of being right when no one listens, the weight of a mind that won't quit. It's not a pose, it's a reality, raw and unfiltered. You're here because something in this resonates, because you've tasted the solitude and strength of standing apart. Take a breath and own it. This isn't about fitting in, it's about recognizing what sets you ablaze. Sigma or not, you're drawn to this space for a reason. Maybe it's the clarity, the defiance, the unapologetic truth. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone watching from the sidelines. This is your moment to nod at the screen and say, yeah, I get it. We're digging into the marrow of what makes you tick. Stick around, because there's more where this came from. 5. When peace looks like arrogance. Your stillness is a language they misread. While others buzz like static, you're the eye of the storm, grounded, observant, unshaken. But tranquility terrifies the restless. They mistake your calm for contempt, your silence for superiority. Who does he think he is? They whisper, mistaking self-possession for arrogance. Your peace isn't a trophy, it's hard-won sovereignty. Yet in their eyes, you're the mirror they long to shatter, because your serenity screams everything their noise tries to hide. 6. Unpacking the Sigma soul. To you, watching this. If this cuts deep, you're not just watching, you're seen. Sigma or not, you're here because you've tasted the acid bite of pretense, the loneliness of foresight, the weight of a mind that never sleeps. This isn't a grind-set flex. It's an autopsy of the soul, yours and mine. You don't need applause or pity. You need truth, raw, unflinching, and free of hashtags. So lean in. This is your reckoning. 7. When logic kills emotion. You don't feel, you diagnose. Love becomes a flowchart, grief a puzzle to solve. They accuse you of robotic detachment, never grasping that your heart screams in silent frequencies. Emotions don't drown you. They are dissected, labeled, shelved. A fight, a data set, a loss, a case study. You're not unfeeling. You're rewired, speaking a dialect of reason in a world addicted to chaos. They see a calculator where you live, a soul fluent in logic, screaming into a void that mistakes equation for emptiness. And there you have it, the unfiltered, raw truth about Sigma males that doesn't make it into the highlight reels. We peel back the layers, expose the struggles, and challenge the myths. But this is just the beginning. If this hit home for you, or if you've got your own take on what it means to walk the Sigma path, drop it in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to smash that like button if you found this video eye-opening. And if you're new here, hit subscribe to join the Sigma male community. We're diving even deeper in our next video, where we'll explore, e.g., why Sigma males are often misunderstood by society. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until next time, stay true to your path, question the noise, and remember, the real power is in seeing what others refuse to acknowledge. See you in the next one.